Hey, how's it going, everyone? And welcome back to day 5 of the 7-day Amazon Wholesale Challenge. My name's Andrew Juarez, and today we're going to be going over my simple yet super effective strategy to filling our calendar with brands and suppliers that want to work with us. And when I first got started, I found myself following the general advice and contacting brands and suppliers directly through their website or, just a general contact. But I would reach out to hundreds of brands directly, and I would just get passed around from one rep to another, and it really just wasn't that efficient. On average, that process typically allowed us to open up 3 to 5 new accounts every 100 contacts we made. And don't get me wrong, that was phenomenal when we first got started, but I just felt like so much was slipping through the cracks. And it wasn't until I started my agency that I really honed in on the process, because if I wasn't able to generate more leads, more clients, then I wasn't going to be able to support my team. And I just didn't want to have to worry about that whole system. So this 6-step outreach system is literally how we still generate most of our business today. But before I actually get into it, I want you to remember that you're going to generate a ton of leads. So you need a process to be able to handle all of that. Because I really want you to hone in on this process, because it's going to be one of the highest impacts to your business. And if you're just getting started, I would really highly recommend that you hop on the phone and send those emails yourself, just so you can get comfortable with the process before producing at scale. But once you're ready to get to that next level, I want you to implement a system just like this one to generate leads on demand with brands that want to work with you. So now let's get into the 6-step system. So step 1, getting the right message in front of the right person is extremely important to the success in this business. So I want you to find the best contact information of the supplier that we're reaching out to. What we want to do is make sure that we're reaching out to the right person. Contacting a brand or supplier directly through their website is a great place to start, but I just want to take it down a couple steps further. I really want to make sure that we're reaching out to the right person, because I don't want us to get passed around or get declined with a generic response. Personally, I like to reach out to senior leadership, because I like to have a bigger conversation and talk about the business as a whole. I don't want to just talk about opening an account. And if they don't want to have that conversation, then typically they just send me over to the person that's going to allow me to open up the account anyways. But typically, being able to reach out to decision makers at the company allows me to have better opportunity as we start building our relationship. And the way that I do this and find their information is I utilize Hunter.io, findemails.com, and I utilize ZoomInfo. You'll want to take a look at which of the services and tools are going to best suit your business, because they have different features and different prices. LinkedIn is another great place to go and find leadership at the company and connect with the people directly as well. And that leads us into step 2, which is actually using ringless voicemail drops. So nothing produces more opportunities than hopping on the phone and giving a brand a call directly. It builds relationships the best ways. But I needed something that would scale, because cold calls personally isn't my favorite thing. So I really went looking for solutions. I was looking for, I try to create a contact center, hiring more VAs, but I really wanted to keep us lean because I'm bootstrapping the business myself, and I really couldn't justify those costs yet. But as I went ahead and I implemented this next system, it really helped us scale. And ringless voicemail is a simple tactic to help us record, one voicemail and broadcast to everybody at the same time. And it's really effective because it shows that 85 to 96% of people listen to their voicemail. So what we want to do is state the purpose of our call, introduce our business, leave a callback number, and let them know that we're going to follow up with the email. And that leads us into step 3, which is actually sending them an email. Fewer than 24% of cold outreach emails actually get open, but this is still one of the highest ROI activities that you and your team can implement within your business. So how do we actually improve the standard email? We want to have an intriguing subject line that's going to cause them to open up the email, because that's the first hurdle that we're going to have to overcome to have them read the message. We also want to make sure that we're addressing it to the right person. Our message also has to be clear, concise, and most importantly, genuine, because people can tell straight through that, right? And if this is your first email, we want to make sure that you're referencing that voicemail to draw that connection and let them know that you're interested in working. Personalized email actually improve click-through rate by an average of 14%, and they increase conversions by an average of 10%. So we want to make sure that we're personalizing it to their business. And lastly, I want you to be creative. I once had a brand tell me that they get over 100 inquiries a day. So if this is your first impression in front of the brand, I want you to show them why you're different than everybody else. So now that we've gone over how to effectively craft an email, let's go how to produce this at scale. A great tool to utilize for mass emailing is Gmass, since it's directly in your Chrome extension and you can use it natively within your professional Gmail account. By utilizing the tool, you'll be able to load up all of your contacts and send customized emails all at one time, similar to ringless voicemail drops. The name of the game is efficiency, and this tactic combined with voicemail drops allows us to multiply our results without multiplying our efforts. And that leads us into step 4. You'll want to develop a process to schedule appointments. In our email signature, we provide a link to my Calendly to allow them to schedule a time that best works for them. This removes the frustration of going back and forth and trying to figure out a time that really works for both of us, and it allows them to work on their time. And that really just creates a great relationship. And that leads us into step 5, which is actually taking the call. And to take calls, I use Zoom to handle it, whether it's voice or video. Once they're scheduled, they get an invite to my Zoom call, and I want to do my best to be able to get them on video, because I found that helps us build better relationships, and it just makes it that much easier to work with them. But I understand that not everybody's comfortable with this, so we give them the option for a voice or a video call. But you'll be surprised how many people are actually willing to accept a video call and how much they actually love it once they see you interacting with them. And that leads us into step 6, which is the follow-up. And I'm sure you've heard it once or twice, but the fortune really is in the follow-up. Even after all of this process, you're still going to get no's, but the thing is that you want to constantly reach out to these brands to see if anything has changed, because they've met your criteria, so you know that you're going to be able to have opportunities, so you just want to catch them at the right time. So as you can see, that system can literally generate tons of leads on demand with brands that are willing to work with you and really filter out the ones that don't. So the challenge for today, if you choose to accept it, is to find the contact information of the 25 brands that you previously found in Challenge 3. Once you find those contacts, I want you to utilize the tactics above to reach out to them. Remember, you don't have to go and buy every tool right now. These strategies were designed to work at any scale. And tomorrow we'll be back to help you design and create a website quickly and efficiently to get started and look professional today.